60 King Country Scouts begin a long journey down the Waikato River. They're on their way to Auckland to the Pan-Pacific Jamboree. In 6 canoes, the Scouts are taking the old Maori pathway to the north. Making things really hard for themselves, 11 Scouts from Whangarei are walking the 100 miles to Auckland. Scouts in their thousands pour into Cornwall Park. Most are New Zealanders, but boys from 13 other countries make this an international gathering. The Governor-General, Lord Cobham, opens the Jamboree and takes the salute. From 14 nations, 8,000 Scouts are parading. And when the marching's done, they settle down to the business of getting to know one another and making good friends at this, the 6th Pan-Pacific Jamboree.
During the summer holidays, Nelson plays host to 6,000 tourists who've come to relax in the sun. Different people have different ideas on relaxation, and South Island drivers are at Tahuna Beach for the Nelson Car Club's New Year meeting. 7 saloon cars are started in the Tutton Cup. Fast cornering cuts the sand track badly. Radiators suffer in the heat, and the crowd of 5,000 sees plenty of good driving. Both driving Zephyrs, the McDonalds of Christchurch settle into the lead positions, with Wells of Nelson lying third. That's how they cross the line. The McDonalds first and second, Wells third. The 12 fastest cars at the meeting start in the big race of the day, the Nelson Provincial Championship. 7 specials and 5 stock models are in this 12-lap race. Starting 2 laps behind the first car away, Harris of Christchurch puts his Ford V8 Special through all its paces, and in a display of superb driving goes out to head the field. Can touch him as Harris comes round for the last time and passes the flag. Bill Harris, who came to Nelson for a restful holiday, has taken the championship and become the fastest man in town.
Fred Spencer of Wellington has an unusual hobby, collecting vintage Edison phonographs and cylinder recordings. Tonight he's having an old-fashioned jam session with some friends. Recordings date from the late 70s to 1929, over 50 years of popular music. The mood is nostalgic, especially for 87-year-old Joe Rose, who was a small boy when Edison invented the phonograph in 1877. Joe remembers tunes popular during the Boer War at the turn of the century, when hats were hats and women were a different shape, and a young man could buy a pair of kid gloves for his girl for 1 and 11.
Can't beat the old tunes.
What masses of recordings you have, Mr. Spencer?
That's only a few of them. I've over 3,000 altogether.
Good gracious, I wonder how he manages to find what he wants.
Hearts and Flowers. They used to play this for the old movie melodramas, remember? Some comedy stuff here too.
won a battle, I'm a poor married man.
Well, how'd you like that?
Good. You don't remember the Keystone comedies, do you, Mr. Rose?
Oh, yes, I do.
He was too young. His mother wouldn't let him out.
Oh, yes, she would. She would.
Let's have Tipperary, Fred.
I've got it right here.
You know, Tom Mackenzie, Bill Massey, and Joey Ward were at Sling Camp when the King reviewed us. What a show that was.
Long way to Tipperary, it's a long way to go. It's a long way to Tipperary, to the sweetest girl I know.
You've never seen a laddie like her all your life. Oh, I love a laddie, a bonny, bonny laddie. She's a beautiful little girl. And she's the sweet side of heather, the bonny purple heather, very much good to fix his little machine. He was just dying to cuddle his queen. But every minute when he'd begin it, he'd have to get under, get out and get under. Then he'd get back at the wheel. A dozen times they'd start to hug and kiss, and then the darn old engine, it would miss, and then he'd have to get under, get out and get under to fix up his automobile.
You know, the youngsters think the plastic surface, the microgroove, and the diamond reproducer all came in with hi-fi. Actually, Edison invented them all.